First of all, I would like to express the Right Honorable Chief Minister's apology for not being able to be here tonight. He has delegated the matter to myself to be here. He has got some important matter to do at home. And wish to apologize that he's not able to be with you. But then, I think it is also not too late for me on his behalf to wish all of you down here Hong Hee Pat Chai and selamat menyambut Cap Gome tahun 2019 to all those present tonight. Happy New Year, and may the year of the boar, or may the year of the pig, brings prosperity, good health, happiness to all of us. Tonight, actually last night was the Cap Gome, but then if we had celebrated this last night, I think you all will not be able to have your family dinner and all that. So that's why it has to be delayed another night. I think it's quite fair also. One day is not really very far away. Well, tonight we celebrate Cap Gome. Cap Gome is a much awaited occasion by our Chinese friends after the Chinese Lunar Year, which is always on the 15th day to be celebrated. It is a sort of a Chinese version of Valentine's Day. That's what I was meant to understand also. Cap Gome itself means the 15th night of the Chinese New Year in Hokkien, which also marks the end of the Chinese New Year celebration. Though denoting the end of the New Year celebration, it is no less deep in meaning, because during Chinese New Year, families gather over dinner. Their homes are beautifully lighted up with red lanterns, and the people offers prayer to the God of prosperity to bless their family with good fortune for the coming year. Sedikit-sedikit tahniah diucapkan kepada Dewan Bandaraya Kuching Utara kerana telah bekerjasama dengan the Federation of Chinese Association Kuching, Semerahan dan juga Serian, the Kuching Chinese General Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the India Street Merchants Association, Federation of Chinese Primary School Board of Kuching, Semerahan and Serian Division, the Waterfront Hotel, Persekutuan Kebajikan Perniagaan India Muslim, Kuching Old Market Community Association, the Waterfront Hotel dan juga Plaza Merdeka Management Sdn Bhd dalam penganjuran Festival Cap Gome 2019 pada malam ini bertemakan a celebration of prosperity in diversity. Kepelbagaian budaya menunjukkan kekuatan Sarawak yang disifatkan sebagai faktor yang penting untuk meneruskan kemajuan negeri ini. Sarawak mempunyai perpaduan yang kukuh, walaupun berbeza latar belakang, tetapi mampu hidup dalam aman dan juga harmoni. Masyarakat Sarawak, khususnya komuniti di Kuching ini, harus berbangga dengan perkembangan masa kini, di mana orang ramai dapat bergaul dan kekal bersatu. Hubungan baik dalam kalangan pelbagai kaum di negeri ini terus bertahan selama beberapa dekad dan ini perlu dikekalkan buat selamanya. Hubungan bukan saja antara orang Melayu dengan orang Cina dan juga bangsa-bangsa yang lain, tetapi merangkumi semua bangsa yang datang ke Bandaraya Kuching untuk menjadikan bandaraya ini bandaraya mereka, di mana mereka membina cara hidup yang baru. Melalui interaksi inilah semangat perpaduan di kalangan warga kota dapat ditingkatkan lagi. We are proud that Sarawak is a place where people can understand and respect each other and be able to live in a society where unity is of paramount importance to our common good and overall well-being. We have heard and seen a lot of things happening in other parts of Malaysia that only serve to divide and segregate the society along racial and religious lines. Well, penduduk Kuching harus berbangga bahawa kita telah berkembang menjadi sebuah masyarakat yang dapat berinteraksi dengan baik serta menjadikan Kuching model perpaduan dan progresif yang dapat dibanggakan oleh semua pihak. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuching City is not called City of Unity for nothing, but we must not rest on our laurel with the title we have earned. Continuous effort must be taken by all of us to make our city truly a city of unity. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati, our Chinese friends, being the major player in Sarawak commerce and industry, have a big role to play in the current government effort to strengthen the state's economy. All this while, our Chinese business community have always been a major contributor to commerce, trade and industry in Sarawak. I trust that our Chinese friends will continue to support the government's effort to strengthen our economic position with their resources, domestic and international influence and networking. We are willing to listen to the needs of our business communities and take steps to increase the ease of doing business in Sarawak, like doing away with red tapes and unnecessary procedures. A more robust domestic economy should be good news to our Chinese friends who are involved in many kinds of businesses and services. I'm sure that our Chinese business community, along with other communities, will make the most of these opportunities, particularly in the services, construction, housing, tourism, and food sectors. Well, before I end my speech, I'm very honored. I feel very honored to be standing here again. India Street has been a place which is very nostalgic to me also. When I passed by just now, I saw that shop, Bitai, down there. That is my favorite shop when I was still schooling in Kuching before. Tiap-tiap bulan, bila duit sudah dikumpul, that is the place where I will come over to buy my clothing. And 30, 40 years down the road, it's still down there. And the government has made a lot of effort trying to build up this place. And I do hope those associations, Dato' we, well, last year I came down here, there was a festival of food which they prepared. And I feel a lot more need to be done to India Street. This morning we had a dialogue with the Association of Taxi. One of their complaints, which I fully agree, was that India Street need to be loosed up, they said. Because at night, all this come from the taxi drivers. And I fully agree, the government has come up with a lot of things down here. It is for those who has got their shops down here to come up with good ideas. This whole stretch, personally I feel, must be alive every night. If not every weekend. You can start with the weekend, but then it will keep on going until it becomes a nightly event. We can have flea market down here, we can have food market down here, and I believe every one of you who owns shop down here or who are renting the shop down here must do something to beef it up. We cannot allow the government coming up with so much money doing all these infrastructures, but then it becomes a dead place at night. I hate to bring this thing up on the Chap Gome night, but then it is for those who are involved to ponder and discuss among yourself. What do you want to do with this place? Honestly, if you are to ask me, it's very easy. Just go down to Singapore, just go down to Malacca, just go down to Penang, where you have got all these kind of shop houses, and see how they do it up. Jonker Street in Malacca, in Singapore. This thing, I've told State Secretary, we can always come up and reduce the temperature of this place by coming up with all those sprinklers. The structures are all there already. But cooperation must be given by all those shop houses down here. It will not look good if it is not being done. Probably get some architect to draw or to design what can be done to each one of the shop lot. Start with a piece of paper, how the design would be, get the government to probably do the renovation. Or else we'll just come up with some kind of bylaw to force things to be done our way. That is how I look at it. I've told Dato' Banda, if you keep on letting this thing be discussed, it will never end. It will never end. You have to make things, get it prepared down, and then let them decide. This is the avenue, this is the thing that we want. Well, I welcome all those criticism, as what has been mentioned by Dato' Wee just now. Dato' Wee, memang kalau kita hendak perubahan, you must be daring enough to come up with ideas. Kalau 20%, 30% yang membantah, it is still okay. Because in one bunch of bananas, definitely there will be few bad heads yang rosak. It is still to be perfectly okay. Tapi what is more important? Niat kita, our intention to do good. As long as what you are doing is not something to tebalkan your pocket or self-interest. If you are doing it wholeheartedly to beautify the place, if you are doing it wholeheartedly with the good intention of building up, making Kuching a better place to stay, a better place for visitors to come, I think at the end of the day, people will know how to appreciate. Yeah, that is why sometimes kalau takut alam, takut undi hilang, takut itu, it will never end. It will never end. Takut undi hilang, ujung-ujung memang kalah juga. So why should we care? Why should we care? I might sound arrogant down here, but if you are focused enough, to change the whole thing, I think this is one of the most beautiful place, boulevard that we can plan. After that, then we can look into Carpenter Street. If you are to ask me how I would want this place to be, right from this end, up to the temple at the end of Carpenter Street, it should be a boulevard. A place where a lot of activities every night, no cars, no cars. You go to Barcelona, you go to anywhere in the world, they are bound to be like that. And I'm very, very sure if you come up with the idea, mesti ada orang tidak puas hati. Memang mesti ada orang tidak puas hati. But then, walking is a good exercise also. But you have to come up with a good way to transport people. End of this month, we are going to have free buses. We are trying out with our free bus, electric bus, going around. It will be free and it will be very easy for them to move around. And apart from that, we are coming up with so many kind of trails, heritage trails dan bermacam-macam lagi. Dan sebab itulah mereka yang sama-sama tinggal dalam kawasan ini, they will have to change their mindset. They will have to change their mindset, or else we will never be able to change the city into a lively city. Inilah pandangan saya, dan saya rasa kalau saya nak mengaturkannya, I will do it up. Mengikut konsensus dan pandangan-pandangan yang baik daripada mereka, bukan saja daripada tempat ini, tapi juga masyarakat luar, masyarakat dalam Kuching. Kuching is our city. If we want to plan India Street and the waterfront area, we cannot be thinking of only those who are staying down here. Because everyone in Kuching, whether they are staying in Petrajaya or whether they are staying in Kinalampat, they also can give their opinion. We cannot limit it oleh kerana orang Gambir Street, Market Street membantah. We cannot change. No, we cannot accept it that way. And the Chief Minister also has asked for the waterfront to be vehicle-free day. At least we will try out once in a fortnight, sekali dalam 1-2 minggu. Then we will bring it up to once in a week. We will start this one. Well, kalau pembangkang nak menjadikan ini menjadi satu isu, go ahead. Go ahead. We are not too worried. Myself, saya tak kisah. If they don't vote for me also tidak kisah juga. Kalau they don't vote, that is where those who are contesting in this place be brave enough to bring this thing up. It is something good. We will come up with a lot of activity along the waterfront. And I have already bring it up. The waterfront cannot be managed by 2-3 component. The other side SCDC, this side DBKU. Macam mana boleh pentadbiran macam itu? That's why I have said, kalau kita mau pentadbiran waterfront, the whole waterfront will either be managed by DBKU ataupun SCDC. And I personally feel that it should be under DBKU. It should be under DBKU because it cannot be macam mana satu waterfront setengah DBKU setengah SCDC. It cannot be that way. It's just tidak masuk akal. So that's how I see it. And we have must berani bulldoze. If the law is like that, we change the law. That is how it should be. That these things will be managed properly. These things will be managed properly, and I can see that the Right Honourable Chief Minister is also agreeable to it. I've spoken with him; he is very agreeable to it. But we want to plan it properly because we want to see Kuching a nice place. We want to see Kuching a bright place. Banyak neon and all. This is a city. And apart from that, we will do our part to bring in more tourists. Shenzhen flight might have been stopped, but they are still continuing with Shenzhen, KL, Kuching. Another one will be coming up. That's why I'm not really too bothered. Asia kan mana-mana, they stop, but then we must keep on looking into other avenues. To me, whatever happens, there is always a blessing. Shenzhen, Asia, mungkin they are not bringing in the direct flight, but another one will be coming in direct from Guangzhou to Kuching. We are still working it out with Malindo. And I'm very, very sure we will be able to get it. So that's why if there is any airline that play us out that way, we will work with other airlines. Okay? Jadi, I wouldn't want to spoil your mood with this kind of comment. I wish to thank the organizing committee. This is something that is very good that you are doing. In a way, tonight I can see a lot of life in their street, which is not happening every night. I used to pass by here. One thing about me, I like to go around and check. Early morning, sometimes I will be taking my walk at the waterfront and all that, just to see what are the things that are missing, what are the things that are not being done. And I've told this to Datuk Banda. That is the reason why some of the trees I find it to be tidak dipotong dengan betul. A lot of the things are not being spread dengan water jet. There are lots of moss on the tiles. Some of the tiles are missing. And sometimes worse still, when we let contractors potong the tiles untuk letak kabel, they cut it with those things, and then you will never get the tiles again. They will ganti with some cement saja. It's all the design. When the waterfront was done, it was done with a lot of design. But somehow, maybe the city hall allow contractors like that. So that's why we must be very, very particular. Kalau kita nak membuat perubahan dan sebagainya, make sure these tiles, kalau dia orang nak repair, masukkan kabel, you can dig the tiles out. Put in the cable, put the tiles back. Don't cut your thing across that way. And then I can see there are quite a few places where sudah kena potong just because I stopped them one time. I tanya, why are you cutting it? Well, we are the contractor to do the cable, but this is not how you should be doing it. Because it's not easy. Those are special tiles. Special tiles. I hope Dato' Banda, I hope the director of DPKU also care to look into this kind of thing, because it will have a lot of effect in the beauty of all those things. Maaflah saya mengepak-epak macam tu dengan kepala. Jadi sekali lagi saya ingin mengucapkan bagi pihak Yang Amat Berhormat Ketua Menteri, selamat Tahun Baru dan selamat menjambut Syab Gome tahun 2016. Dengan harapan apa yang kita lakukan pada malam ini akan dapat merapatkan perhubungan antara kaum. It is so nice to see Kuching Cap Gome being celebrated by communities of the different races as well as different religions this way. This is very much appreciated, and this is what we have been promoting all these years, unity in diversity. And I hope with this kind of effort, we will be able to live peacefully, we will be able to bring up Kuching into a much more harmonious city for all of us to share. Thank you.